and girls, are you ready to rock? Yeah. That was my impression of Paul Stanley live. If you've ever seen his live performances on video or actually seen him at a concert, he's always yelling out, "Are you ready to rock?" And we just sold another of these Kiss Dynasty outfit. This is the Starchild Paul Stanley. Has the same back as the one we sold a couple weeks ago, made by Biff Bang Pow. But he comes with a cape and a guitar. Paul Stanley. So this figure I listed at $15.99 bid and $20.99 buy it now. It was up for about 3 weeks, and then someone hit the buy it now for $20.99 and it sold. But like I said, if I would have had the Gene Simmons in this set, I would have had all 4 of them, and I probably would have kept the set. But since I don't have the Gene Simmons, I'm just going to let them go to someone who is a bigger collector of these. Alright, the next item I sold this week is Ultimate Warrior. This is the Retro series. Let's see when it was put out. 2016. So they put out a few series of these. Some old school wrestlers, like you see Undertaker, Warrior, and then some newer ones. And like there's some Ric Flairs and a bunch of people mixed in. But these are basically supposed to look like the old Hasbro figures, which are some of my favorite wrestling figures of the past. Back in the day, I would buy 1 or 2 of these, try to get a duplicate so I could open one and then keep one in the box. Some of them I was lucky enough to find at Five Below, so I would buy like 2 or 3 of them. And this one must have been one I had 3 of. So decided to list this one. I still have one on card, and then I have a loose one to go with my old Hasbros. But this one I listed at $23.99 on the bid and $31.99 on the buy it now. It took about 3 weeks, and then someone put the bid in, and it just ran out the clock. But sold at $23.99. Really awesome figure. Definitely worth that price. Alright, the next item I sold is this Bash at the Beach figure set. It has Lex Luger, Macho Man, and Sting. If you look at the back here, it kind of tells the story of what went down. Bash at the Beach, Macho Man Randy Savage, Sting, and Lex Luger made up the dynamic Team WCW. Together they would face off against the Outsiders in the 1996 Bash at the Beach, one of the most memorable moments in WCW history. This figure set was actually listed for about 3 weeks, and my theory is it sold this week because CM Punk, Sting, and Darby Allin kind of did a throwback homage to this Bash at the Beach, and they all came out in face paint. Of course, Darby Allin and Sting always have face paint, but CM Punk actually came out in face paint, so they kind of did a homage to the Bash at the Beach. It was pretty awesome on a AEW Dynamite holiday show. But I initially had this listed on the bid for $94.99. I brought it down to $89.99 after a week or two because it wasn't moving. Ended up getting a bid right after that show aired on AEW. The bid for $89.99, and buy it now was $123.99. So pretty cool that it sold, and I hope someone enjoys this set. I actually have a duplicate of this, so I definitely wouldn't get rid of it because it's one of the coolest sets that WWE's put out in the modern era. The next item I sold is this, the River Pirates 1988 VHS.
I grew up in a place called Yazoo City, along the haunting muddy river that winds its way through the Mississippi Delta. It is a land of burnt orange twilights and deep mysteries as old as time itself.
Kind of show you the cover here. It's put out by Vidmark. I've never seen this movie, but it looks pretty good from kind of what I've scrolled through. Looks like it was an X rental probably. But this movie has a few actors that you may know. Richard Farnsworth, Ryan Francis, who's actually young Peter Pan and Hook, Devin Rattray from he's Buzz in the first two Home Alone movies, Dule Hill from Psych. He's the sidekick or whoever in Psych. I don't really watch it, but my wife watches that. And actually has Anne Ramsey in it, so I definitely want to watch this someday. But I listed this video at $25.99 for the bid and $33.99 for the buy it now. It was listed for a week, and then someone put the bid in for the $25.99 and won the tape with the clock running out. Definitely a cool tape, and I don't think it's on any DVD or anything, so probably pretty rare. The last item I sold is the complete series of the Critic. This is an old cartoon. John Lovitz plays the Critic. I remember watching this as a kid. I think it was on maybe late night or something. But I really enjoyed this cartoon. Let's take a look at the contents here. It's a pretty cool looking set. Siskel and Ebert. Looks like it's got a book here. Just has information about the episodes. And then here's the discs. Talk about overusing a catchphrase. I needed artistic stimulation. Hey, I didn't come here for a free meal. Okay, but I ended up listing this for $12.99 on the bid, $16.99 on the buy it now. It was listed for 2 weeks, and then someone did the bid at $12.99 and it sold, but pretty good series. Definitely a good price for it. Now it's time for the not for sale showcase. Today I decided, since it was December, right after Christmas, that I would feature some cool custom made, handmade props, ornaments from one of my friends online, Tom Martino. His company is called DWN Productions. You can find him at dwnproductions.net. But this is a Jack Frost from the Jack Frost horror movie, Ornament. I got this a few years ago. I'm not sure if he still makes them, but awesome ornament, awesome movie. This is from Jack Frost 2, where there's all those miniature killer snowballs that fly after people and start chomping on them. This is actually made out of kind of mask material, and this is probably resin or something. But you can see Tom's work at a bunch of conventions, especially around Texas area, or go to his website and check out all the masks and stuff that he has. But these are two of my favorite handmade things I have, so I just wanted to show everyone some of the cool stuff that Tom makes. He actually graduated from the Tom Savini School, and he's made masks for a lot of famous people and masks in movies and stuff like that. But that's all for this week's show. Check out next week.